The market bounces back after a Friday smackdown. Is it a bull charge to the highs or a dead cat strut? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so I am back after a week and a half long vacation in Cancun. After a long year of death and hurt and heartache in our family, we needed a trip to kind of unwind and relax and get away from it all. So we took a break and got away, and Paul, my partner, flawlessly ran our rooms, and now we are back with our videos each day on YouTube to recap the market. Now, before I left, I was warning that the risk was rising with each day in the market, and last Friday we saw that risk come to fruition with a 2.5% drop on the ES and an over 3% drop on the NASDAQ. Now, the question is, was yesterday's bounce a dead cat, or are the bulls running it back to the highs? I'll get into that in just 1 second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, as always, before we jump into the charts, we are going to take a look at our indicator, and it has been crushing. Last Friday, it nailed the top and had a sell right before the big drop, and yesterday was awesome as well. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute SPY chart in TradingView, and if you're new here and you don't know what we're doing right here, we created our own custom indicator. It's called IWJ Pivot Point Pro. You can see it right here on my chart. If I hit the eyeball, you're going to see the sells and the buys on the screen go away and come back. And it is a TradingView only indicator, so you do need a TradingView account. If you don't have one, no problem. I can show you how to get that. But what it does is it looks for tops and bottoms in the markets and looks for reversals, and it does a really good job of finding them. So what we have here is we have the 5-minute SPY chart. You can use this on any chart, on any index, on any stock, and it will work really well. Now, we use the 5-minute chart for day trading. We use the weekly chart for swing trading. And what we see here is on the left, you have yellow, that's our pre-market trading, and blue on the right is our post-market trading. We have to have that turned on for the indicator to work properly, and all that's in the setup. You'll see how to do that when you purchase it. And we only trade regular trading hours, and more importantly, we only trade till 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 1 p.m. Eastern Time because we want to be able to trade during the high volume times, which is typically early in the day. So as you can see here, we come out of the gate with some chop, the market moves up, and then it moves down, and we get a sell right here at 562, and they run it all the way down to 662, down to 660 here, and we have a nice winner here to start the day. It comes back up, it gives us another sell up here at 662, they run it even lower, down to 659.78, another winning move down. Then you get the buy signal here at 661, they run it up to 663, another $2 move straight up, no worries. And then we had one more trade here that did not work out. The sell signal here was just a little bit early. It was looking for the sell. We didn't quite hit our price point here. They came back up and then sold off. So 3 wins, 1 loss, a really nice day for us today. But if you go back to Friday, this is what the indicator does really well. It finds these mega tops and these big giant moves that absolutely crush. You can see right here before the major drop on Friday, you get the sell signal. You actually got it back here a little earlier, and you likely didn't stop out if you follow our rules. But you got it back here. Even if you did stop out, you got it right before this bar down up here at 672, and it screamed straight down to 665, a 7-point move in just over 10 minutes. An absolutely crushing trade. You might have got stopped out on this green bar depending on how you set your stops. But this was an absolute monster, and the indicator continues to do that over and over again. We show it almost every single day because it does well almost every single day. You can see on the screen that our traders are loving it. It gives them an edge in the market, and this is how you beat the market. Do we win every trade? We do not. But we win more than we lose, and we have great risk-reward setups, and you learn all of that in the videos once you get the indicator, and this is how you beat the market. People think you need a 100% trading indicator. That's not going to happen. You're never going to find it. What we do have is a indicator that has netted us $60,000 on a 100K account over the last 20 months, an incredible return on investment. We have traders who want to take off work and play golf. They're making so much money, they call it a cheat code. Guys, it's helping traders beat the market for the first time or beat the market in a way they never thought possible, and we want you to be a part of it too. So Here's the really cool thing. It comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, there's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it's going to take you over to our website. Once you're there, you go to our membership plans area right here, and you scroll down till you see Trading View Indicators. It's $59 a month, and you get that 30-day money-back guarantee. That's because I want you to love it. I stand behind everything I do. I want you to use it and make sure it's what I say it is before you ever spend a penny. And here's the thing. You don't even have to trade with it. Just get it and put it on your chart or paper trade with it and watch how it works. You'll be so impressed that you'll want to keep it. And if you're not impressed, simply shoot me an email. Say, hey, I didn't like it. I'll refund you the money. And we both go our separate ways. On the yearly, you get 2 months free. And you also get that 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you want a better deal or a discount, you can go ahead and get it up front. And if you don't like it in 30 days, let me know, and we'll get you your money back. Guys, I want you to be a part of this. It's really an incredible indicator. We're really proud of it, and we think you will be too. So go ahead and check it out. Now, let's jump into the charts and take a look. So given the overall structure, they came down, they broke this potential wave 4 low here on Friday, and then today, big gap up to start the day, and then they kind of grinded higher into the morning, hitting the daily 21 and basically rejecting right there, also rejecting the 618 and closing below that as well. So this is a pretty standard retrace for this kind of move. Now the onus is on the bulls to get back through 67.44. If they get through that, essentially you have this whole line of defense right with it at 67.50. You have this resistance here, this resistance over here, and this is essentially what they broke through on Friday. So they came down, they've been chopping this area, they got above it, chopped around on it for a while, and when they broke it, that broke the support and caused the sell-off, came down, broke this support as well, which they basically stayed in the neighborhood of. So it's going to be on the bulls to get back through 67.05 and ultimately 67.44 to continue this back in a direct uptrend. If that's the case, we would mark this as 3, this pullback as 4, and then ultimately this move back up would be 5 towards 68.50, potentially even 6900, depending on what kind of structure we get and how it looks. Remember, it would be an ABC type pattern, so I do think that at some point we'll see something like this if they're going to go to new highs. But right now, the bears are still in short-term control. Overall, we would look for them to hold this area and try to push down and make a lower low and ultimately get toward that weekly 21 moving average, since they are now below the daily. I'm sorry, this is the 3-hour 21. They came and tagged that. But we would look for them to get to the weekly 21 moving average, which is mean reversion. And that's down around 6,400, 6,440, which is in line with this support right here, which is what we would see to the downside. So if the bears are going to win and push down, that would be our target area first, 6,440 to 6,425, this support zone right here, which is also going to line up with the weekly 21 moving average. From there, we would look for a pretty strong bounce. And I do still expect one more high, even if they do come down into that area. So if the bears do win the battle here and they come down, I would expect one more push. And we talked about that on the midday call, why that is, what we're looking at for that, and why we would still look for the bulls to potentially have another high left in the tank to the upside. If they do break down below this 64.40 area, then we start to see a bigger level of support break. That's a weekly 21. That is a heavy shelf of support here all the way across. We would see them attack 6,300, which is all the way back to the August lows. I definitely would expect a bounce in that zone. And if we get a bounce off of that zone, we'll have to see what kind of shape it takes and whether the bulls or the bears are winning that bounce, whether it's going to be dead cat or back to the highs. So that's where we're at on the ES. So the NASDAQ, very similar type setup. They came right back to the 618. They failed it several times. Also the 3-hour 21, they got right back to that and rejected it. So far they are holding this level. This is a very standard retrace level for this type of move down. So if we do see the bears win, we will be looking for them to come down into this 23.7 and potentially a little bit lower than that. 23.6 would be right around the 21 weekly on the NASDAQ. And that is, again, mean reversion, which means about twice a year, it comes back and dips back into that level to test the 21 moving average on the weekly chart. And we would look for them to try to accomplish that should they break down from here. If they get back over 25,105, we would expect them to push to new all-time highs, with 25,472 being the next target higher. Right now, I do favor the bears just a little bit. Statistically, Fridays are not the lows on those types of move off of the highs. So when you have a move from the highs that's a big move down on Friday, statistically, that isn't the low that they're going to make. So I do favor the bears for that reason. And also the structure is really nice for a ABC type move into this level. And then overall, in the bigger picture, I favor the bulls for another high off of that. Again, we talked about that on our midday call, why that would be, and what we'd be looking for on those types of moves down. So very similar on the NASDAQ. They broke through the upper shelf of support right here, which was right in this 25,000 region. They came back and tested it a couple times today, and so far they have not been able to get through. If they fail here and break down below this 24,724 level, they're going to come test the low from the gap up at 24,500. If they break this, they will be coming down to fill the gap and likely coming into that 23,600 area or so for that touch of the 21 weekly, and then we'll see what kind of structure we get off of that. If they break back over 25,105, we're looking at 25,472 next. All right, so that's where we're at on the NASDAQ. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you right over to our website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial. That's because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it and become part of the trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. You literally have nothing to lose by checking us out. We also have our educational material. If you scroll down a little further on the page, you're going to see our indicators, which you saw in the first part of the video, and also our courses. We have our Trade Waves Academy course, and right now I am giving 50% off of this course if you get the yearly indicator. So if you buy the yearly indicator right now, you're getting 2 months for free on that, and then you get Trade Waves Academy 50% off. In Trade Waves Academy, we go over all of the things that are outside of Elliott Wave to put a complete package together. We go over market psychology, capital management. You can see all the modules here on the screen. Options trading basics, candlestick patterns, how to trade price action, bull and bear traps, how to identify market reversals, fib levels and why they're important, how to identify key support and resistance, and trade setups and proper risk reward. All of this comes inside of Trade Waves Academy. On top of that, you get our Elliott Wave for Beginners course included in this price, and you get the Advanced Elliott Wave for free included in this price. So for $497, you get all of those modules I just said, plus the Beginners course, plus Advanced Elliott Wave. It's an incredible deal, and you can get it for half off right now if you get the yearly indicator. Now, as I did mention, we do have our Advanced and our Beginners Elliott Wave courses. In our Advanced course, we're going through a lot of the things we're seeing on the charts right now. A lot of those things are the advanced fib levels, the diagonals, double and triple threes, flats, triangles, trading Elliott Wave, which right there, that is worth the price of admission. People don't understand that there's 2 paths and how do you trade them if there's up and down. It's because you trade setups, and there are very good setups in Elliott Wave Theory. You have to know how to spot them and trade them, and we talk about that here so that you can understand how to do this course. Now, I understand if this is too advanced. You can see, though, that our traders love it. But if you need to get started at the beginning, we have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course. And this course is really helping traders understand a complex market in a way that makes sense. It's extremely confusing when good news makes the market go down, bad news makes the market go up. It stops at random places. You don't know what's going on. That's because the news cycles were garbage. Elliott knew this long ago. He knew that key levels mattered. It's not random, and it's you're able to find these key levels, and this is what gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the market. In this course, you get 25 videos where we go through your introduction. We have to introduce you to Elliott Wave Theory. We have to get your mindset right and give you the KISS method, how this works and why it works. It's very scientific based. People think it's just, oh, you just make a wave up. No, very scientific based. It's outstanding. Chart setup and tools. We go through all of your chart setups, every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave, how to use it and why we use it, and then the Elliott Wave for Beginners area where we go through each of the waves, how to find the key levels, how to understand impulsive and corrective waves, how to know where to get these measurements, the corrective depth theory, the theory of alternation, the pivot, everything you need to make sense of an irrational market. Now, the really cool thing about both of these courses is there's several ways to get them cheap or for free. You can get them both at a $37 discount with our Elliott Wave course bundle. You can get them for free in our Trade Waves Academy course. If you buy that, they are included in that course. Or if you just want to get them at a low monthly cost, you simply get one of our monthly rooms, as the Elliott Wave courses are included in this price. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, we give you all of your real-time market updates, all of your buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions are answered. The midday video that you watch in these calls, that's live for everybody in these rooms. And then you get the beginners and the advanced course included in this price. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade. So we do trade quite often in my room. Now, if you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, and advanced trading, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as the individual stocks, the futures trading, his income trading method that just kills it, and his reduced risk binary method that gets you in at a cheap price, get you huge multiples on your money, and it's how he structures that trade that's so unique. That's why you get a 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with your next market update.